Turn 43. Unfortunately, the patriarch of Zoroastrianism did die. Um, King Agar likes me a little bit. We had some conversions. Um, the new head of Zoroastrianism likes me, so it'll be easy to get her to pleased so that I can start converting people again. Free disciple, free opinion. Yeah, why not? I like this. Grain dole in Cordoba. Family opinion. Happiness level. I'll see what my money situation's like at the end of this turn. Okay, anyway, nothing new on the Egyptian front. He's decided to finally defend his wonder. So it looks like... I was wondering whether he was intentionally trying to bait me before. Quite possibly he was. But I'm now in a position where I could start considering attacking the wonder and it being worthwhile even if he does kill my units. I'm starting to get a decent force amassed here. I should bring the slinger to the front sooner rather than later. I think I wanted, I want to put this hero on someone. Oh, and she's the matriarch. So that would give me, I think, better opinion. Yep. I like that. And then, I think ThePurpleBullMoose explained in his cast that if a military archetype has been a general, then once they retire, they can become a good governor. We'll see if she ends up becoming governor material. But yeah, I think this is a good move. I like this. I should have signed a chancellor if there's a good one. This would be good. She's getting old, but 12 civics a turn, it would pay itself off fairly quickly. Prince Faustus would be a good one. My brother. Zenobia's ill. Very sad. Probably I'll give it to my brother just because of he's got a lot of years left in him. Let's see, does that change his opinion of me? Yes. And then I can influence him, make him friendly. I'll probably do that, but I'll see what my order situation is like. My build queues all look quite healthy. As if I made a chariot, that'd be 4 years. There's 8 years left on this. It would take... I think it can get there 3 years after it's made. One wouldn't be enough. I'd need a second one. And I do want the Zoro disciple. I'm not too concerned about this wonder. I'm thinking I will do the disciple. I'll put 1 turn into it, then I'll rush it. Then I'll send it over here, and this place can start building disciples. I'm thinking the Jewish one maybe come here to give it extra culture, so that if eventually I do get 7 laws, I can start building legionnaires out of here. That's probably a good play. Otherwise I could go up here in case I do ever get tolerance. Start pumping out Jewish disciples. But I don't see... No, that's never going to happen. I could save it until I get monasticism and then start building monasteries. Yes, I like that. He is going to be put to sleep for a bit. Let's start scouting Moose's territory. If he's building light chariots, it's probably from his capital. He doesn't have any strong cities yet. But I was thinking this wonder, it might even just be for the culture here to get it up to developing. Although there's other options for that. Let's see which city that would be. His version of Corduba. No actionable intel yet. Yeah, it looks like if his map is anything like mine, I might be able to run to here and find a spot in the middle. I should at least run back and forth. Oh, actually, I want to check out this city too. Yeah, let's make Prince Faustus our Chancellor. Let's influence our matriarch. Let's establish the grain dole. And the rest of the moves I'll figure out offline. Okay, I cleared a scrub here in preparation for a barracks. Let me put a pin there. Next turn, I want to get that started as soon as mill drill is online. Turn 44. Julius Oligarch is dead. Happy about that. Oh, my brother, the Chancellor, is now head of the Julius family. That's excellent. I should definitely get around to influencing him. My wife is the head of Judaism. I gotta love this Snabadism. Excellent. I am now Quintus the Learned because of text discovered. We could have a Scythian wife, my brother. Might as well, or rate or hero. There's a question, could be interesting as a governor. Let's go for the orator. I've never really picked a family wife for the although actually, will I be able to make her a governor if she's not a family? Let's just click this and see what happens. Yeah. Oh, princess consort. Yeah. I guess because she is the wife of the heir. I probably lose the opportunity once there's a new heir. It is a fun idea. This city will probably be, once the barracks are up, a horse-producing city. Yeah, let's stick with that. Nothing new from Egypt. tech-wise, I want both of these, of course, but I think it's time for aristocracy. Get this legacy done. I can always come back to Portcullis. Might be a little bit slow. Hopefully I get forestry next time. But if not, rhetoric or drama should be cheap pickups. Yep, aristocracy time. And it's also barracks time. Barracks. 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 Let's see. I think a military area here is good to close to this coast. So let's make it something like this. Ideally I don't want this horses in this city, so let's avoid it for now. Barracks. Yeah. Barracks. Yeah. Barracks. That will be quite formidable. Let's do some more scouting. There's this barracks. Yeah, I assume he was been going for axes. Maybe he just got mill drill on the same turn as me. Looks like he's already chopped this area clean. I do want to scout this area out. I can always do a force march to come back. Barracks. I like this. But I'm not seeing evidence of those chariots. They have to be somewhere. Let's see. Currently, I'd need 3 orders to get out. If I keep going this way, it's probably the same number of moves. I've got plenty of orders. Perfect. Perfect, okay. Nice little forest here. Oh yeah, let's just stop here. Yeah, let's rush this so I can get on to building military again. I think Byream. One thought I had, for the time being my king isn't really doing anything useful sitting on the spearman. And he's not gaining experience just sitting there, I realized. So, I'm thinking, send my king to be governor here. Well, there's Cornelia the scientist, who's an excellent governor, but my king is inspiring. He'd give an extra 4 culture per turn, taking us from 53 years to strong to 36 years to strong. That could be valuable. Alternate, so that gives us 25.6 training for now. This would be 27 training. I'll decide that offline too. Now I'm thinking, why not put the king, say here, where his inspiring is the most useful, and then put my warlike scholar here, taking us from 4-year chariot to 2-year chariot. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so maybe the last 4 orders will be movements and or upgrades. Let's see. Turn 45. My warlike governor became ill the turn after I assigned her. This is cool. I think I prefer the wisdom over 2 more discipline. And that oath favor will get me over the line to start converting religions again. So let's do this. And let's right away convert him to Zoroastrianism. Still doesn't have any strong cities, so I guess there's not a rush to mounted lances. I realised actually it's not this city that I should be searching. I should be searching down here for the light chariots. Affable would be cool. Yeah, let's do that. Get some extra growth in the capital. This would be good, but I do want to convert this city first. Now I can build 4-year disciples, which is pretty good. Let's poke face in here. He's finally pushing out this way. We'll see if we want to contest it if he advances further. He's not having an easy time of this. You have a new byreme. You can get grappler or coxswain. I prefer grappler. Not sure if I need it this turn. Let's build a barracks. Start getting some chariots out. Yeah, let's go for the chariot. We might have an opportunity to take out the wonder. Ideally I want to do a bunch of things like this, garrison and 2 barracks to improve my order situation. To build a garrison here. I might eventually want a stronghold. Yeah, there's his light chariot. Doesn't do much damage. Not yet. Maybe I could have attacked earlier. But now is definitely not the moment to attack. Let's get a grappler. Oh, and I can get a tactician, which is what I'd like. The oligarch too. Oh, I did want to do an influence mission. I wanted to influence this guy. And then I can do move one, grapple. Happy with that. Yeah, I'm not worried about this at all. There's a concept called, wait, let me pause just so I can get this right. Yeah, there's the concept of fleet in being, which was very influential for British naval doctrine for several centuries. First used in 1690 by Lord Torrington, commander of the Royal Navy forces in the English Channel. And the idea is a fleet in being. It's a naval force that exerts a controlling influence without ever leaving port. Were the fleet to leave port and face the enemy, it might lose in battle and no longer influence the enemy's actions. But while it remains safely in port, the enemy is forced to continually deploy forces to guard against it potentially becoming an active participant. So in this case, it's an army in being. For a long time, it's been not only preventing Egypt from taking this city, but also it's been discouraging him from taking this one. It seems like he might be feeling like he's ready to take this one now. We'll see. But in any case, this army's done a job even without actually taking any serious actions. Okay, I'm happy to turn this back. Turn 46. Judaism spread event. I can either pick extra opinion on the patrons, which would get us over 100, or growth in culture in the patrons capital. I don't need more culture there, it's making enough. Let's get the opinion. Moose isn't hurrying to advance here, so there's no need for me to do any hurrying there. Tech wise, I should go for forestry, I believe. Let's see if there's other ideas. It's still the case I'm not excited about the 4 laws, and the specific law isn't so useful. Forestry will be great for my economy and also for my autonomous city. Coinage I'm not so excited by. The money boost would be cool, but I guess the main alternative would be citizenship for like a really long term play, going towards martial code, which is something I've been thinking about. That might still happen. But, well, let's see. Citizenship would get me a 4th law. It would be a law. Well, a legal code isn't so great yet. And, yeah, divine rule isn't useful to me yet. So yeah, no, I don't think citizenship's useful. A forestry it is. Land consolidation would be nice for just for building camels out of this city. Maybe 1 and 2 elephants here. It would be fun. There's only 1 grove, which is sad. But yeah, forestry on its own is good. I think I can play the rest of this turn offline. I don't think anything exciting is going to happen. Another nice thing about getting forestry is I'll finally be able to get my Shrines of Sal up. I've already placed a lot of pins just in case I do ever get polytheism. Just to make sure I don't chop down the woods that I want. This one I'm going to need a border boost for, but I expect there's a good chance I'll get this spot once I get border boost. So yeah, that'll be exciting. And finally I've decided to do an aggressive anchor here to discourage him from being too bold against the Scythian side. We've decided we're the protectors of the Scythians. So it's turn 47, and I've been poking around a little through Egypt's territory, and I've been coming to the conclusion that I have a commanding lead right now. Even though it says, oh, it's gone to weaker. It was power similar, now it's weaker. But I think even this underestimates my advantage. So first of all, his economy seems quite bare bones. He hasn't mined these hills, for example. He's not being able to get these gems, these pearls, these horses. These are trapped, which is good. But this just seems like a much weaker economy than mine. These hills are mined. I've got mines. I've got pearls. If we look at specialists, he's got, say, 1 specialist here. This is my autonomous city. I've got 3 specialists. Here, 2 specialists there. Okay, he beats me there. 1 specialist. I guess he has 2 fishes. Here, no specialists. That one is this one. I've got 2. And I looked in the capital and this city. It doesn't show right now, but they both have fewer specialists than my equivalent cities do. I think he had something like 6 or 7 citizens and only 1 specialist in the capital. So what I'm concluding from this is he's spent a lot of build queue time just trying to catch up with the military output of my champion seat, basically, at the expense of his economy. He's not been able to get these extra 2 cities, which for me are now starting to be quite productive. We seem comparable in tech. It seems like we got mill drill at basically exactly the same time. I don't know if he has steel yet. But yeah, the main difference I see is my my forces just seem on average much more powerful than his because of all the promotions. This chariot does not scare me. This doesn't scare me. This doesn't scare me. So, I mean, I think I should still be cautious, but I think it is time to advance. I do want to poke my head this way to see if there's any navy. Oh, it looks like he's had some serious problems here. He is going heavy into barracks. This is a developing study with horses. Oh, I forgot that yes, that's in borders gone. Now I'm gonna have to do force march. And this is a bit worrying. So anyway, yeah, I think, so next turn I can bring this ship to here and anchor, and then the turn after I'll be able to bring chariots here. This chariot is done this turn. This one I should be able to rush next turn. Yeah. Okay, like for instance doing this and this and amphibious promotion. Does take up a lot of my orders. I can do that. Yeah, the other thing I realized, next turn I have lots of workers finishing their constructions. So I'll have lots of free orders, I think, the turn after. I don't think I'll start these workers working. Some of them, this one I'll definitely want a second barracks right away. But a few of them I can leave idle in case I need them for military orders. I should bring him to the front. Yeah, I want to influence this guy. Ooh, I could do an intercession. I think that's more powerful and cheaper, but it doesn't give my king XP. So let's do an intercession, because this Byreme currently it's got minus 5% strength because he's the general, and he's not happy with me. And with one more order, yeah, this was the one that I wanted. Yeah, I should get a amphibious guy. Should come in handy, I expect. Yeah, I think it's time to... I think I'll station some forces around here. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'll probably send it back. Turn 48. My brother, my cursed brother, gained 1 wisdom. He doesn't seem so cursed to me. He's giving me nearly 10% of my science income. I like him. He'll make an excellent spy master. Something about some Jewish issue with my barracks. I don't want to pillage the barracks. I don't want that. 100. This is annoying. Because I was wanting to rush this, which will leave me with not enough civics. Looks like we have a second. Second light chariot. Let's look at the other events. Huh. Okay, I could safely make her governor, since she's no longer a rising star. I can get, let's see, I can get those civics that I wanted. Oh, it's still not enough. Yeah, let's just take the XP. I don't want to become foolish. Is this the result of my, I thought I did a peace mission. I guess this is the result of the peace mission. Yeah. No, foolish is unacceptable. Suspicious is -60. Disappointed is -80. Vengeful, I don't want. Why have I not kids yet? I need children. Faustus is my chancellor. Let's do suspicious. That's unfortunate. Actually, I did want to talk about so I want to bring my chariot forward, of course. It's not too important to keep it a secret. I don't know if you could have seen it already, but I might as well try. I believe the scouts have sight radius of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you could have a scout hiding here or here, which would mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 visibility up to there, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to here. So these tiles here, he shouldn't have visibility on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a visible one. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this one should be invisible. Seven damage. Okay, strike. 8 damage. Um, Commander would be good. I'll have 2 chariots. Yeah, let's go commander. See if I go there. I think I do prefer going here to be just a little bit safer. And I definitely want another champion's barracks. And let me consider for a little what to do. Actually, the barracks pillage event was not a problem at all. I just fixed it immediately. And now I'm getting a 2-year officer, which is great. Okay, yeah, so I wasn't able to put Zenobia in the champion city yet because I don't have the civics. So I started a chariot. And yeah, I moved my amphibious ranger spearman here. He's my emissary. He's not really in any danger. He'll give me vision, and I can start moving more units in. And if he suddenly upgrades everything here to Maceman next turn, I can always just retreat. No harm done. He lost his pearls. Yeah, I don't know where all my orders went. Somehow they keep disappearing at each turn. I guess that's what happens with the 4 fatigue on the Romans. But yeah, I think I'm happy with this turn. I would have liked to use my king for something. Egypt is back to similar. But we'll see how long that lasts. I'll send it back. Turn 49. Not too much interesting happened at the start of the turn. My king became ill. Hopefully he doesn't die. Still no children. I now have good sea access to the Wonder. I think it's time to attack. He started building mines, which indicates he's thinking about axes. And so if I'm going to attack, it should either be now or wait until I've got stirrups or something. Well, more chariots. But now, yeah, I think let's just go for it now. And I labbed this out earlier, and the way to do it, I think, is this guy there, whack. I want this guy, let's put him say here. And this guy here. Like this. Maybe I want these two exchanged actually. He's got guard 1, 2. doesn't really matter, I don't think. But yeah, I would like the guy with more guard to be on the front line. Yeah, I like this better. And then with the last 3 orders, I think bring this chariot up and put my king on him. So that if the moose does mount a counter-attack, I've got these 2 chariots available that can get up to here. If he goes for surround or something. I also have in the area, he can participate. Oh, I've got 1 more order left. That's nice. You can participate. We've got 1 more order left. Maybe I should have brought 2 and add. Or since the king will have better movement, do this. Yeah, this is good. For research, now's not the time for monasticism. I want portcullis ideally. Well, actually, firstly I want border boost. That's my highest priority. Then portcullis, and then land consolidation. Okay. Yeah, if I'd have waited another turn, I'd have done worker actions, which would have taken up orders next turn. Currently I'm only using 3 orders on the economy, and so this was the moment to do a move like that. Chariot or slinger? I'm using the stone for barracks right now. Let's do a chariot. Free archer, yeah. I think this is good. I don't really see... Like, he could probably take out this slinger if he really wants to. The spearman might be a better pick. It's very dangerous. Yeah, I think this is good. We'll see how he responds. Yeah, I think I'm good also if I just keep waiting, but you know, even if he does respond more strongly than I anticipated, I think still I'm in a perfectly safe position, just because it's not easy for him to get to me. And my Scythian friends are being a real pain here. This must be extremely annoying. Okay, I'm going to send it back. Turn 50. Egypt's killed my spearmen with the strike upgrades, which is sad, but it makes sense. We've got some events. My wife is touring. Judaism in Salona. Don't see why not. I can spend 120 training to also get influence on Queen Consort Claudia. Getting better relationships would increase the birth chance. Why not? The Scythians are offering us a mercenary elite Amazon cavalry, 6 strength tribal, a horse archer, starts with shield bearer. Let's take it. The Queen has plans. 6 treasuries, 5 naval units. Not really. I'm gonna have 4 soon. I guess I could get 5. Yeah, why not? Ooh, my king is severely ill. Let's not take any ambition. Let's use the king. Okay, so I labbed out this battle in 2 ways. And I can do quite a lot of damage here. Okay, so my first thought was I know these chariots I can't really kill because they're over the river, and I can't really flank them. This one is potentially vulnerable because it's got 3 spaces to attack from, and this one too. But they both have warden. This is guard. This is tough, which makes them quite a tough nut to crack. I kind of wanted to get this besieger warden spearman sitting on this tile, where he'd be able to do a lot of damage. And so I tried something with my 2 chariots here and here, or something like that. And I think I got 2 kills, but it wasn't satisfactory. Then I realized this guy here is the weak link. These guys both have, let's see, 4.4 defense, 4.8 defense. This guy only has 4.2 defense. And let's see if I can do this again. We're gonna bring my king's chariot here, his friend by his side. Let's whack route, and then there's an annoying worker in the way. So I need to do 6 more damage, which I can do with this slinger. Then I can take the worker and destroy the barracks he was building. What was next? It's time to bring the spears into play. I think I'm able to kill both of these 2. Let me see if I can figure it out. I do have more units to bring to bear. How did I do this? Oh yeah, I need a guy there so I can get the flanking bonus. Let's see. Like this he does 5 damage. Like this he does 10 damage. Because yeah, 100% attack if flanking because of the Commander General. That's very potent. And so with him standing there, he can nearly kill him, and then he just needs poke. I always really like swift generals. And I think I was able to kill this as well. Yeah, I need 2 more damage, and that can come through the piercing effect. then the route. Let's get some charisma. And then this is probably the end of this attack, so let's get that damage. Egypt is weaker. And then let's bring this guy in. Yeah, I'm not sure how he's going to be able to respond to this. He's in a bit of a pickle, I think. Let's just get a master officer, I suppose. I could do a decree. Yeah, let's do a decree. I could buy a decree. Yeah, let's do that. I built a disciple. Let's just get another one. Not sure if I'll have the orders to use them. Land consolidation would get me camels from one city in 6 turn. Probably it's not going to get there, but I want to keep going towards stirrups. Yep, I'll send this back. Turn 51, my king is doomed with no children. We lost our king's chariot. Looks like we've got some desperation militia. It could be that this push is actually stalled though. We'll see. What the promotions on? He's attacked the high defense spearman. Yeah, he's doing what he can to block me from attacking his well-positioned chariots with my spears. Which is very wise. Let's see. this. 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 Yeah, I could get a spearman on here if I route into there. Let's see, he would do 9 damage, he would do 11 damage. Wouldn't be enough. So I'm probably not killing that this turn. Unless I can kill both of these guys. I'd have to do a lot of killing in order to end the Zac blacking that's going on here. Okay, let's 11, 8. Yes, I can do a forced march around the back. So I can bring one spear here and put one spear here. That would be 10 damage. 11. Yeah, I can kill this one. Okay. So I need to save these two. So let's say do this and then that. He comes there. He comes here. Bum. Bum. Okay, what units do I have left? I have a slinger. I've got a militia. Okay, this is everything that I can bring to bear right now. Let me take these off so I can see better. It looks like everyone here has been used. Let me just double check. Ooh, a new chariot. Yeah. Okay, so let's whack the militia. Let's bring this beautiful beast towards the front. Let's bring the archer forward. Let's do the events. Let's get Scythian opinion. The Raven. Egypt is much weaker. I think this is over. Let's buy another decree. Choose production. Officer. Officer. Let's end it here and send it back. Turn 52. Egypt has conceded. On the same turn, well, actually, I was expecting my king to die, but it seems he lived another turn. He's still doomed. But yeah, King Quintus the Able. Oh. Let's look at our dynasty. King Manius started the Roman kingdom and started us on a path of development and expansion. He had an early death, succeeded by his first son Quintus, who saw the Egyptian threat and made military reforms, implemented a strict training regime, made peace with the Scythians, well, made truce with the Scythians, aiming for peace, to ensure the safety of the Roman borders. He fell ill at a young age, but still saw fit to lead the Roman armies. At his moment of triumph, he fell severely ill and is on his deathbed, ready to pass the throne on to his good brother, Prince Faustus, the judge, who is the perfect candidate to lead Rome in the upcoming era of peace and prosperity, to build Odeons and theatres and amphitheatres and all the good things. I'm sad that I never got to stirrups still. I think it was still a good play if the game would go longer. You know, they're weaker than the mounted lances, but they're just so much cheaper to make. 100 training isn't that much. The horse archers and the horsemen, I'd be able to span them out and have maybe twice as many of those as he would have mounted lances. And then if the game did drag on, I was thinking martial code would be nice, possibly eventually barding. But yeah, I think that was a good moment to strike. He was clearly en route to Axis, and if he did get Axis, then it probably would have extended longer. He was also, he had 6 laws, he had a strong city. He didn't have the right archetype to get a fast citadel, but eventually he'd have been there. He just started building ships. Actually, it looks like he'd been building them for a little while. But yeah, not enough. Too little, too late. And yeah, I think actually it was good for me to wait for chariots. If I'd have gone in with just the spears, I'd still have had a larger force than him, but it would take me many more orders to get into battle, and I'd only be able to get a small number of kills each turn, just plinking away. Well, the that single chariot um, with the king at its head, was able to get many, many kills. So I'm happy with that decision. This is the first time that I've gone with a commander leader, and it was extremely powerful. I think it was good for the moment. He helped me get so many promotions. The 10% defense on infantry units was much nicer than it seems. Like 10% doesn't seem like much, but every little helps. The flanking, of course, came clutch at that final moment. Yeah, and I think it was the promotions that really did it, and that was partially coming from the fact that I think my champion city on its own was able to produce as much as several. Yeah, look, he's producing from all of his cities. The production rate's starting to get good, say here, because of the 2 barracks, but until recently, I think this this champion city was able to produce as much as many of his cities, which meant that my other cities could focus on specialists and things, and all their training was going into the bank. Which which enabled me to just get all these promotions discounted because of the 10 XP per year for all units from the commander. So yeah, fun. There was an island here. I guess neither of us contacted the Vandals, so they didn't start raiding anyone. So it's a good thing I didn't explore there, actually. This is unfair. He got a pearls and an iron that I did not. That's okay. I'm going to have a post-game chat with him so we can look at the records then. Oh yeah, it looks so. I was ahead of training. I don't know what this was. Maybe this was the change of monarch. Yeah, we'll go over this later. I'll end this here.